Okay, welcome back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, if you've been doing a fair load of fast travelling to get some lockers and some coins and some documents and some challenges completed, and so I'm going to do a bit more of that and maybe do some other survival caches to pick up and possibly a few other little bits and pieces before my last recording or another recording to finish off the game completely. So far I've done my last recording that made you do a mistake of just travelling back to the same bit where I missed a piece wherever it was supposed to be. So I'm sorry about that, where that all went. So I've absolutely made a right mistake about that. Now, also, I was at a certain place where we will be starting, and hopefully there won't be much of a distraction just before I end up ending the video. So I'm sorry about that, but we should be fine. Okay. Alright, once it's loaded up, we should be in action. Okay, here we are. Right, like I said, in this area there'll be a load of criminals around here, so you want to be very, very careful what you do. Okay, there'll be some far guys around here. Right, also there's a string here to pull, which is what you want. But also you want to make sure you don't make too much noise, because otherwise people will know you're here. Okay. Right, so here's an orange locker right here, which means you're going to have to press square and keep pushing it, or keep pushing X on the other, which will give you a full action shotgun right there. Okay, so there's another locker part for you to grab hold of. Right, and also in this big area there is one challenge, that mission to complete, which is to do with a person that is standing in a locker, which was Nadia is the person, and she wants you to go to the Wicked Vale. Now, with the Wicked Vale is on my first recording I did about the Rise of the Tomb Raider, that said about leave that to the very end of the game. Okay, because otherwise you'll be either stuck, or either you're gonna get completely confused what you're doing or how you're supposed to do it, or either you're just gonna get stressed because you're gonna die a lot, or something else is just more harder than you might have thought it would be. Okay, so that's why on my first recording said about just leave it to the last, as well as I was going to do a few little bits and pieces on it and allow you to look on someone else's YouTube channel to finish it off. Okay, right, so as you can hear that noise, that means people are around you, or wolves are around, all those sort of things that's around. Also, if you want some more coins, you'll find one that's going to flash into blue. Now, you can select anything on the map to go blue if you can't find it. Alright, so use that for some advantage to know what you're doing. Okay, and the only reason why I'm selecting those is because the sound's distracting me for the criminals that's around. Okay, but also with the criminals there could be a couple that's got fire extinguishers, fire gas balls that's going to burn you to death. Okay, and they're going to take a fair lot of shots.
None of our patrols are anywhere inside the old mine.
Right, now with two of these you're going to have to sneak behind one of them.
Russian, but I do know enough to read danger and uranium. Trust Trust me.
There's one
We do
there.
not want that job.
One of these.
We really lose a
They're gonna
full company
frickin'
when they
destroy
break
you.
through into the ruins?
Okay? So what you want to do is grab one of these.
Let's hope we don't get tapped to go
These
next.
explosives for your bow. To kill them. Okay? Use one of them. Right, because you'll have explosive bow for your arrow. You have a gas or flame. Okay? So use a bomb for that. Or you could use your assault rifle to chuck one of them bombs at okay? But you need to be really quick, because some of these will take a flicking hell of a lot of shots. Alright, so always best to keep on top of it. Alright, because yes, it'll really be annoying that you'll be flicking dying to death. Uh-oh. Now the reason why Lara's bending is because there's walls around. Okay. So don't worry about that at the moment. Right, you see some icy, stony, gravelly bits. You want to grab that with your axe, with your X or square that turns up. And so you want to shimmy across towards here and grab all of this thing. You can grab some feathers if you want them, as well as if you've got less of me. Because when it's red, that means you're full. Right, you should be able to find some stony, gravelly bits right here. Now what you can do, shimmy across to the left with your L3 nozzle and press A or X now, or press B. And just keep your nozzle towards your left. And you'll find some more coins to dig up. Right, now what we want to do is now hop across over here with your AOX and do exactly the same on this bit. A bit of paint work that's white on this bit where you can hop upwards. Okay, now what you want to do is grab the string by pressing AOX when the symbol pops up for you to allow you to do that. Okay, so that's that. Right, and what you want to do is to... What was your aim with that? Right, you want to shoot this down. Also, there's some guys over here as well. Alright. So, you want to be extra careful with that. Right, now I need to figure out how to get to this locker. How the hell do I get to that? It's probably to do with this cave right here. Or is that to do with the tomb, I wonder? It might be to do with this cave right here. Yeah, it's got to be to do with the oh yeah, of course, yeah. Right. So you want to hop straight over it, or you could have walked across this log. Okay. Right, now what you want to do is set a bomb over it with pushing R2 to blow it up and squeeze through here, where you'll find a nice little hole to grab hold of, a slopey bit, and rip this axe off. I'll press an X or square load of times, which is give me a shotgun completely part of 4 sets of each one of them. So you want to make sure you keep collecting 4 of the same thing to allow you to have that. Okay, there's also a box of nuts there if you want them. Have I collected a nut? Yes I have. A locker. There's a locker right there if you haven't opened it up already. Survival cache is up there that I don't need. Let's check on the list. There's 11 out of 14 of them. Let's try and track the other ones. There's one there. Another thing over there, which we'll get to sooner or later. Another bloody locker. Are we struggling to find the lockers now? Is it? Oh, wow. How stupid am I? Okay, right. We will start with the tomb, I think. That'd be a better idea. Right, so you want to go straight across the log. Right, do not worry about the sound. Okay, you'll want to come down the ladder, right over it. Oh, good job I catch that. Okay, so you want to come down and press B when you go down the ladder. Don't worry about hearing the people that's talking, so you'll be okay. Okay. Right, this time I should be able to pick up all the pieces. Right, okay, so you'll find a mirror there for Lars Reed.
Was persecuted, and so were his followers.
So grab that. That'll boost your E up a little bit more. Okay, right, so I know what you're going to do.
Looks like this was abandoned in a hurry.
Should leave that as well.
Soviets find something down there.
Right, okay, so now what you want to do is continue going down and you'll be safe. Well, I should use a torch in a few seconds or so.
There's water down below.
She ain't doing it.
Sounds like a great volume.
Right, there's a box right here.
A coin with an image of a city stamped in gold.
Right, now with this thing, it's got a magnifying glass on the right hand side, which means you're going to have to turn it around with your R3, and whenever you see that symbol turn up on the magnifying glasses on the right hand side, you have to keep moving them. Okay, so use your R3 and turn it around and leave it.
There's the prophet. This was likely an official coin of Kitesh.
Okay, so once you've got it in the right place, just leave the R3 alone and I'll read it. Alright, so there's another E piece. Done. Right, well, so you want to hop straight over with your A pushed in and get Lara to come down and move her around with L3. Get Lara to move with just the axe ready to swing around. We've kicked the L2 towards your right and then press A and then press square or X, one or the other. Show the console you're using. And then press B. Okay, where you can find some more nuts if you want them in these boxes, which I'm just going to grab 2. Let Lars slide down. Right, and you'll find another box right here.
The prophet's icon.
Okay, so that'll be that one. Right, so then what you're going to do is now get Lara to grab this.
It works.
And then there'll be some things underneath that will twist around. Okay, those will go around and around. What you want to do is push B or circle now, so she'll drop down quite nicely and safe. You'll find some coins on this bit, just down there. Okay, so now what you're going to do is press A or X to move over here and grab a pot for whatever you want to collect, or you're hoping you can collect whatever you can collect. Next of all, what you want to do is shoot this with whatever weapon to explode the doorway to get through. Right, and there's another camp there if you want to use it. Right,
Water's eroding everything.
next of all,
Afraid there won't be much left in a few decades.
what you want to do is to get up there. Okay,
Insistent.
so you want to get up there. There's a specific way of doing that. Alright, you want to pop down from here. Then what you want to do is continue moving straight over it, first of all. And keep pushing B or circle. And get a large move over it. Now what you want to do is get this blown open. Okay, it's exactly the same thing. Right, what you want to do is grab one of these again and hold L2 and then push R2 to sling it over there. And same again, hit it so it explodes open. Alright, so it's that. Do another swim. And get allowed to just move around the water like that. Then what you want to do is now swim over it. Okay.
Water markings on the wall. The levels change.
As Laura said, the levels change. Okay. Right. First of all, what you want to do is hop straight over it and hop straight over this one by using L3 and push it towards your right and do it again. Same thing. So you can collect a map and some coins and hop down gently. So Lara just dangles across and do the same again on the left hand side. Hop straight over and again and up. But you could do it this way if you wanted to and go to the other side if you wanted to. There's a pop there and another E word there with a roll that's there. Okay, right, now what you want to do next of all is go over here to grab a explosive bottle thing. Then what you want to do is go to the edge here and hold L2 and get Lara to sling this just on top of this thing with R2 pushed in. Okay, so once you've done that, what you want to do is hop straight over it and then hop straight onto this and get Lara to dangle on it and press B or circle and then wait for this to move back over here. Okay, so same again, use whatever you want to use and wait for the red, whatever you're aiming at goes red.
Okay, should be able to swim through now.
Yeah, you should swim across through it. Right, I'm trying to look for some arrows but I can't find any. Right, so now what you want to do is swim straight through by pressing B or circle and just keep pushing it, or just let yourself use L3. Okay, so once you've done that, what you want to do is go round it and hop straight over. Then what you want to do is now use Lara to smack this down with the square or X, so that acts to smack this down. We'll push that 3 times, but one at a time. Okay, and then we'll find a pot right here for a nut to grab hold of. We want to hop straight over, and then what we want to do is now sling one of these right over there. Okay, so what you want to do is sling one of these on top of this thing again. Okay, right, same thing again, bring the water up by hopping onto this thing and dangle on it. Okay, right, next what we want to do is let go by pressing B or push it, so to say, as well as the circle. climb on top of it, press square or B, square or X, and R2 and L2, and then press A, and she'll be able to swing it into there. Okay, right, leave that first, because you want the most important thing, which is a pot for whatever it wants to give you, even though it's giving me freaking nothing because I'm full. Right, and then what you want to do is go up here to get the E boosted up with the roll, so you have that completely done. Okay, then what you want to do is go back for the explosive thing, and then same again, you want to sling it over by one of them doors, which is one of these things again, but also you want to make sure the circle is where you want it to land. Okay, blow it up, pop down, and then wait for the water to rise, and go straight through the hole. Okay, so once that's done, that can work, don't do that, stupid thing. Right, so now you will be able to recognise that you're over here, and that will lead you towards another challenge, another tomb completed. So you'll have that done.
It's an ancient manuscript on the gifts of the earth.
So there you go, there's another one done, which is this one allows you to see some things that turns yellow. Alright, if you're a first time player, that's what that's for. Another pop there, it's giving me 3 coins, how nice. Alright, so now you can swim all the way back to the camp, which is what I'm going to do, so I can get to somewhere else, which is where I'm going to need, and probably where I'm going to go is over here. Okay, and there's also a skill point that's boosted itself up quite nicely for me. Okay, so that's another tomb done, and some other little bits and pieces to collect, which is quite nice. So we're getting there. Alright, we're almost getting towards nearly the end, with just some more hard, tricky bits to do. Right. It just depends on how long my controller can last. Now, the thing with the bows, right? The different bows you can get hold of, the way to get them is to go through these things. Alright, so you go through those ones. Through one of them. Yeah, every time when you see that word, it means you can go through there to go and collect a bow. Different bows you can get hold of. Alright, if you go through the lockers, it won't give you a bow, it will just give you a different gun part. Alright, so keep that in mind. Right, what you want to do is go down the string. Alright, so go through that. Right, if you want some more coins, you're gonna need to go, where is it? Through this little hole. Right here. And dig that up with a little yellow sparkle. That white sparkle. And get a lar to grab them. Right. And now you will find some more mushrooms if you want to grab all of them, or whack into these to get some. Go in here for a sec to go and grab some of them things, which are the little sparkly, starry things, or grab these things. Now these ones will allow you to explode with your bow that I used to the fire extinguisher guy that was trying to what he does. And those are for your cans to do things and some other things. Alright, those are what those are for. These things are for basically to use to upgrade your guns, bits and pieces, okay? That's what they're for. I'm going to whack this down by pressing square or X 3 times, just one at a time. Okay, you'll find some coins down here. Right, also you find one of these, which is a mirror.
Kokos of Nicaea, the astronomer.
Right, so that'll boost your E up a little bit more. Alright, so now what you're going to do is come down and go to down here on this bit right here and come straight through where you'll find a pot to give you whatever it wants to give you. Some coins over here. What you want to do is continue going straight through back where you came from. Alright, and what you want to do is go back up here with the white paint that's poking around. Okay, and then what you want to do is go round this side and hop across right here. This is where you find another one of those to dig up in the wall if you want it. There's also a roll right here.
A prophet.
To boost your E up a little bit more. Pretty sure there's a jump somewhere. Oh, it's around here somewhere. We'll find it. Come down into this little hole. This is what I was on about. Alright, you want to hop straight on top of this and on top of this one. Alright, and hop straight over this thing. Use your, whoops, falling down. Oh well. Right, you want to press X and square, or X and A. Allow to use a string and the axe to hop straight over here for a pop if you want it. And then what you want to do is hop straight over it for some more coins if you want it, and some wooden sticks for your arrows if you want them, which I'm up to 6 of them at the minute for my bows, which I might use. Now the way to use that is R2 and just push it in. And it wants to take some feathers off you, which will be one of them, and 2 sticks. So you might want to grab them back again if you do that. Right, you should be able to get down from here quite nice and safely. And come back through and go down this bit for another one of these things. Now every time when you go through these kind of things, you'll get a bow part, alright, and that's where they're hiding. some coins down it. And I'm pretty sure that's all there is. Press X or square to do that. And there's another one of those for me, which will be alright. And now, all you've got to do is get back out. Let's just double check. Yeah. Alright, so you can come back out of there. And now what we're going to need to do is go back this way. Pretty sure this is the way out. There we go. There we go. Right, there could be a couple of people around it, but not around this bit yet. The only way you can tell where people are is when the volume changes, as well as when Lara bends down. Okay, so you want to keep your ears peeled, and there it goes. As you can hear that, that means they're around somewhere. Alright, like I said, with the fire extinguisher guys, there could be one of them around here.
You saw the photos from up in the mining office, right? I don't think the Soviets just decided to close up shop.
Yeah. But
Yes,
there's no
there
way
is.
to
There's
name
one there.
I'm sure that's
Okay,
exactly what
they
the
got
Soviets
red.
thought.
They got red barrels at the back of themselves.
Sure.
Alright. Right, now what you want to do is trigger them. Okay. By grabbing a glass bottle or a can. You want to make sure you get the right person to come to you. Alright. But also you want to make sure no one sees you. Alright. Like I said, this is kind of the kind of bits that's really tricky to deal with. When you get so far in the middle of the game, you'll have that sort of kind of thing in your way. I'm not too sure about if I can get the right one. Yeah. But also you want to make sure the ones get closer to you so you can get their attention. But also the other thing what they can do is use their torch for the other people to see where they're walking, as well as try and get the other ones to see you. Tricky now.
What were they pulling out of the mines here?
Officially, copper. It was almost certainly uranium.
Like I say, you can sling a glass or something to get their attention, and then wait for the triangle or Y to pop up. Alright. And there it goes. Push it just once. You'll be okay. Alright, it says 1. Which will give you some bits and pieces. Depends how generous they feel. Might have a can. Like I say, if you want to. Uh-oh. Which one was that? Right, so if it's explosive guy with some gas bottle, which is the one that's coming. Oh shit. So you might want to use your explosives. Damn it.
Hold on. Something's up. Gotta be this way.
I'm using my bow for explosives.
That was a lucky shot.
So like I say, you can use that. So you can use those to stop them if you wanted to. Okay. So there's loads of different ways of stopping them. So the way I did the gas ball was to use one of them ones for the bow. Okay. And what they're going to take off you to put those things together is one of them. If I can find one. Same goes with the things that you dig into the wall. They'll give you the blue ones or the orange ones. So if I go back into here, it will be taking these off you. Okay, so that's what those are for. All right, so if you was digging into one of those holes in the dark areas, in the caves or anywhere, that's what they will do. Okay, but when I did that to put some more back in, it's going to take off 4 of them. So you want to use them very wisely. And also they're going to take one cloth. And I'm going to take off 2 arrows off you. Right, there's a locker right here. You want to rip off. Which is give me the heavy pistol. So I've got all 4 of them. So every time when you pick up 4 of the same thing, you'll have that gun. Or whatever. Which one. Alright. So you want to hop straight across this thing. So I can grab this thing that's been done ages ago. Now hop towards your left a little bit from your L3 to do that bit. And grab onto this white paint bit that says you can grab that easy. Okay, and then across this bit onto the string to zip your way down. Now, you might have some people around here, you might not. We'll see. It seems to be quite quiet, as you may have noticed. You've also got a locker here, if you want to open it, which is hold X or square to allow to rip it open, unlock it. So it's the same sort of thing with the big lockers, which is the square lockers that I've opened up to get that last pistol part. It'll be red. That's the colour they'll be for you to say, hang on, I have to use the lockpick to do that. Alright. Have I got any gloss? No, I haven't got none of them. Okay. Right, so when you've done that, you can grab some of the healing plants if you want them, or if you need them. Okay, now I can go to the camp, but I'm going to go to that in a minute, in another area, which you might have noticed where I am. So, you can go to any camp you want, which is up to you. Zip line string around it. Let me double check if I've missed anything. I don't think there is. Yes, there's a survival cache there that you can grab hold of to get different random things, which I'm going to leave, because you can do it any time you want. It's not a problem. Alright, also I'm going to hop straight over it and hop over the fence, where you'll find a bit of string tied up to some wood. L2 to hold in and push R2. But R2 use the string to pull it off. And there's a locker right there, which is an orange one, which will give me a full action shotgun, which is up to 3 out of 4. And the last one of your final lot of lockers for the time being, because I'm pretty sure your final area, which is over it, hasn't got no lockers whatsoever. No it hasn't. So you'll be okay. Alright, so you don't have to find any more of them. But like I said, with the bows, those are the only things you got to pick up, which will be all down to the things that involves being in these things. Okay, those are the only things that allows you to collect arrows at different bows. Okay, all sorts of different ones there is. Right, now lockpick, that's red. So you have to hold L, that hold square or X, and hold that in for a few seconds. And there is the shotgun. And now I'm going to show you it now. Right, let's start with the pistol. Now if you look at the top corner, which has got L1 and R2, L1 and R1. Now R1 means move it right, and L1 is to go left. Okay, so if you look in the middle on the top bit, which is bows, which is all these sort of ones here, those are those. And if I push R1, we'll move to the pistols. Now the pistol that I grabbed hold of, which was the heavy pistol, which is this thing now, which looks like this. Look at that. Look at that. Now if you look at these ones, if I push circle for a minute, if you see all these are all similar sort of ones that you pick up, but if you can see this one that I'm on is a different one. So if I press square, it looks like one of these. It's got a little cylinder on it in the middle. I can try and get it in the right place. About here, if you look from the trigger and where the hand is, it's got a little cylinder on it. But if you push R2, you can see it different, very, very different to the others. As you can see, the trigger, it's got no little cylinder on it from the hand that you hold onto it. If I push L2, it's got one of them on it. Okay, so you have that one, you'll have that one, you'll have that one, and you have that one, which is similar to the other one, which is the smallest one. We'll have all them with a little cylinder that's just around it. And then you have that one, which is the moon gun I'm using, and another one which looks like that. Now if you noticed that when I push L2, at the bottom of the left hand corner they look different from what you can select. You can see this one's got all these in it. If I push L2 again, now you can see that these have got less, but they've also got different things on them. Alright, so you've got all of those sort of ones. Alright, so the next one looks like this. Now this is one of the pistols that shoots even faster. As you can see at the bottom left hand side, somewhere in the middle of it, where it says rate of fire, at the very bottom of each one of the ones that goes green. So if you look at the very bottom, which will be this one right here, that is the rate of fire, where it shoots a load of bullets fast, really fast. Alright, and the next one up, which is the ammo capacity for the bullets to go zooming in, but I might explain that soon to you. And those are all the pistol bullets you'll collect. Now with the assault rifles that I have grabbed hold of now, which is all of them, which is the Golden Fang, which looks like this thing. I'll push L2 in a minute. See if you see the Golden Fang looks like that. L2 again. You've got this one right here, and that only shoots one bullet at a time. Alright, and if I push L2 again, you got this assault rifle that shoots a lot more bullets than those two do. And if I push L2 again, this is SMG gun that shoots out bullets more faster than the assault rifle does, if you know your guns. Okay, so those are all your guns for your assault rifles. Okay, those are the ones that shoots bullets quite more dodgy than the pistols and the bows, because the bows are arrows instead of bullets, if you know your guns and stuff. Right, now these are all your pistols that you collect, all of them. So the one I grabbed hold of, which is the full action shotgun, which looks like this. Look how cool that is. Looks alright thing, doesn't it? Looks quite lethal as well. And this one is the break action shotgun, which I've grabbed hold of, which looks like that. Similar to the assault rifle, which is the golden fang. It's slowly like that, which was the other reason why I was collecting all the lockers, to show you what they are, as well as which ones might be quite handy for you to use, as well as explain what they do, how they work, which kind of things are what they're for, in bits and pieces, before I end up going for completing the game without doing the area that Nadia wants to be at, the trying to think of what it's called now, the Wicked Vale is what I mean, the Wicked Vale. Alright, and so now what I'm going to do now is check the other things, which is probably grab the coin, and also if you look at the top left corner, at bottom left corner, it says or is that one to do with that? Let's find out. Right, if you go up here, you'll find a guy
I know you're busy.
in here.
There's something you can help with.
What he wants is a specific thing to do, which is a mission available, which is one mission to do in this area. So we're going to do that.
What's the problem?
I've been expecting a messenger bird with a report on the invaders' movements. It's critical that we stay ahead of them. But the damn bird is lost because of the radio tower in the facility. Whatever that thing puts out, it seems to cripple the bird's sense of direction. Our man who gathered the info was killed, so that message is all we have to honor the price he paid. I know you can track that damn crow as good as any of the hunters. Will you help us?
So it wants a messenger bird thing to take from.
I'll do my damnedest.
I'd appreciate that.
And there's also a message, like if you're watching the Harry Potter films with not Michael Gambon, Daniel Radcliffe, he had Hedwig that brings his letters to give him. So that means that the bird has got a message in its gob. So that means you're going to have to take it down. Okay, now if I push R2, there's a green circle flashing below another red bit. Okay, so what you want to do is go for the green one. Now what you can do is stay about here. Right, and push R2. And then use a bow. And push R3 in. So if you push it in once, the screen will go in and out. So if you keep pushing it once, it'll bring it out. Push it again, it'll go in. And basically that. Right, now what you want to do is make sure you're actually, as you can see, it's a bit white at the minute. What you want to do is wait for it to go red. Instead, try and follow the bird where it is. And you can just shoot it down and then bring yourself back to him.
Did you find the bird? We need those messages.
Found your bird, finally. Here's the message it had.
Yes. This is exactly what we need. Supply lines, patrol routes. We'll prepare an ambush. We're in your debt, Lara. All of us.
And so now, you'll get that, whatever that is. Okay, so now maybe that will be in your camp thing. Okay, so now you've got all your tombs completed, your mission, missions completed, challenges completed, your lockers, the big lockers completed in this area. You have got one of the things again, which is probably to do with that thing over there. You've got another relic to collect, and 2 documents, and 2 of the murals, and another 5 of the survival caches, and 3 coins to collect, which is probably what I'm going to collect sometime maybe. And let's double check the coins, which is up to 261, which might be just enough, but I don't know for sure. So you'll find a coin over here to dig up. Which is 25. Also, if you want to go for a deer or whatever, you can. It just depends on if you're full or not. Which looks like I'm less because I've got 30 out of 40. So you can do that if you want. So let's double check if I got another one of them guns that showed. I just thought it was a shotgun. No, it didn't. And this is one of the previous ones I did have before we got to somewhere. A couple of other recordings I did. So you would have had that and the pump action shotgun. Okay. Right, now what I'm going to do is fast travel once again to the shop. So let's do that first. And then what I'll do is grab another gun, which is 140 coins. Right, now that is on this table right here. But as I said, you can go and collect some more coins from the woman that's at the other place to go and collect some more from the tombs you've completed previously. I did. So you can do that. Now I'm going to grab this thing But before I do that, if you can look on the right hand side with the coins, the symbol that says hold on it, that means you can grab hold of it. Now if you look at the above it where it says 286, that means that's how many you've got. On the right hand side of it where it says 140, that says how much it's going to take off you. Okay, and all you got to do is hold your finger on it of the square or X, and she'll grab hold of it.
That's a nice gear. Enjoy.
Right, now this one wants 140, but I've only got 146. That's the trouble, see. You need to be very careful what you spend these on. There's also a rope descender there, if you want it. And also you got one of these, which is a pistol thingy, which means it will give you a laser to put on top of the gun itself for you to see things a bit more easier. Well, for the gun to see a bit more easier, for your shooting to be accurate onto things. That's 25 coins if you want it. The rope descender, that's 30 on it if you want it. And this one is rifle laser. The same sort of thing. So that's for the pistol. That's for the assault rifle. And this is an outfit if you want it. Okay, but I'm not going to grab that. So I might just grab the ascender for you to know what that does for now.
Had my eye on that one for a while.
Did you? Now that rope ascender allows you to bring yourself up ropes a bit more faster. Alright. Right, now then. The gun I grabbed hold of, which was this thing, which now looks like this. Now, the thing with this one is that when you use this one, the damage will be a lot less than the assault rifle. Okay, which never makes any sense to me, really. So you'll have a little bit less damage, okay, and you'll have a lot more ammo capacity in this one. Now the trouble is, right, is that when you put the ammo capacity in this thing, it will be unlocking this reload system. Now when that goes white, just like this one here, this one here, that one over there, this one down here, so once that goes white, this one down here should go white as well. Alright, now with the other one, which is this one won't go white, okay, which means that you'll have to select this one as well for that to go white. Alright, but these ones are going to cost 15 oil, 7 nuts. This reload here will cost 12 springs, 12 nuts and 8 springs. That's going to cost you, and this one's going to cost you 7 animals. 7 animals, 10 nuts. Okay, and this one will allow you to cost you 13 nuts and 4 springs. Okay, so those are those, but somewhere along the line I'll explain a lot more about these things. Okay, so like I say, you're better off just grabbing this one for the final part of the game. Well, not fully for the end of the game. You want to grab it before you go to the last map, which was the Lost City. Okay, the Lost City was the one I was going to go to at the very end before I grabbed this gun and the rest of the other bits and pieces I picked up. Okay, so like I say, I'm probably going to grab this now as I'm up to right now. If you look at the right corner, that it says cost and infinity. Now cost means I'm going to take some stuff away from you, and infinity tells you it's your personal amount of things you've got. So like if you got your purse or your wallet and you brought £50 from your bank today, and you want to buy some milk, chocolate from Tesco's, you name it, it's going to cost you a couple of pounds and you pay for it. And it's the same sort of thing. Alright, cost is exactly what it's going to do, take off you, and the infinity is what you got. Okay, now before I select that, right, now this is what I'm going to say about the assault rifles. Right, the head is basically the damage, is what the word's saying. So it's basically the force of the bullet that's gonna go straight through a person or through a door or through a bear or any animal. It's gonna go straight through it. Okay, so that's what that's for. And the next one down. Now if you look at so whichever one you're selecting, there'll be a green light and that says what's going to go straight in it. Okay, if you look at the other ones at the bottom of damage, they're white, which is the amount that you've already got. Okay, so basically you want to keep an eye on that. Alright, so if you can see at the minute, these ones down here that's red, that's got a line across it that says it's not available, because you need to put some bits and pieces in it. Like if you see this one said this one here, that means you need to increase the ammo capacity, which is this one here. So once you've selected that one will be unlocked with the line that's not across the red bit. That'll take that off, and then that'll be white like that, as well as the one that's on the damage here, and it'll take it off. But also you want to make sure you've got the same amount to pay for it. Alright, so now this one here, which is the recoil, that means it allows Lara to keep the gun steady to shoot at whatever you want to shoot at, basically. Okay, so it puts string around a bit of tape around it for Lara to hold it tight and stop the gun from shaking. So if you're holding R2 in, the gun will start firing and the accuracy might not hit very well at whatever you're aiming at. Okay, so you might want to use the recoil to do that. Okay, now the reload, that is the circle one right here that's red at the moment. I might find another one for that. Here we go. No, that's still red as well, isn't it? Ah, there we go. Now, this one here, the golden thing that's got this one white for the reload. Now, the thing with that is, right, is if you got 30 bullets in your gun and you are trying to shoot at someone that's got a load of armour on it, and you're wasting about 15 bullets, and you've only got 15 in your cylinder, and they're still shooting you, whatever weapon they've got, and you're still firing, and you've still got an extra 10, and you think, that's not enough. And if I use my fingers to click, and the bullets goes in, and you're just getting that, it's too slow for the bullets to come back into the gun. So if you selected it, it'll be even faster, like that. Okay, that's what that reload's for. Okay, now if I bring myself back out for a minute, if you look at the bottom at the top right corner where you see a cylinder, a little a big circle that's all the way around, and if you look at it, there's a fair load of bit of white around it. So basically that's the amount of bullets that's in the gun. Okay, so if I use the pistol, you might see the circle's got half of that amount in there. Alright, so if you're firing a fair load out of the assault rifle, which would be this one right here, so if you're firing a fair load of bullets, the white circle bit will be halfly gone to go black, and if there's a fair bit of black sitting in it, as you can see that the pistol's got a fair bit of black in there, instead of having having all of this in here. So if you fired a fair load in your assault rifle, like I've got the pistol at the minute, so if you put the reload in it, the bullets on the circle will speed up to go back up like that with whichever gun you're using. Okay, so that's what that's for. Alright, next of all is now the one that is got this one right here. Now that's ammo capacity. Okay, so now that is basically similar to what I was on about. Okay, so if I come back out again, the ammo capacity is basically like the assault rifle I'm on about that I've got at the minute. Right, so as I use the pistol, right, so if you look at the right hand corner and you've got that certain amount of bit of white that's around the circle, so if you put the ammo capacity in that circle that's on the pistol, and you put some of that ammo capacity, and if I switch it to the assault rifle, there'll be a lot more white in there. Okay, so ammo capacity will go even bigger, just like that pistol that's got at the minute. It's really quite small on the circle around the right side screen bit of it. Okay, so you might want to use that to give you some much more bullets to fire in your cylinder. Okay, so that is what that's for. Alright, so basically that one, as you can see, the arrow that's pointing down on the grey bit, I'm not sure if you can see it from there, but it is there. Has it got, no, it hasn't got that in it, has it? Maybe there's up, there you go. If you can look at the SMG gun, there's a bit of a arrow pointing at it. So And you can see the arrow pointing at it. That's the ammo capacity, is where the cylinder is and where it's going to stick those bullets in it. Alright. Now, at the bottom, which is rate of fire. Now, the thing with that is that the bullets will come out really flicking fast. Okay, if you got a person with some great big metal around them to protect themselves, and you've got maybe you had about 30 bullets and you haven't put no rate of fire in it, and you're using about 20, and the armor doesn't flick and come off, then you've only got about 10 more bullets and you still haven't got enough shots to try and take the bloody thing off. So you might want to put the rate of fire in it. So if I use my hands and I'm just doing like that, and it's not really flicking fast enough to do anything like that. So if you selected the rate of fire, even though the SMG goes completely ballistic, but it's worth the shot of using the SMG gun or the assault rifle, which was the yellow one right here, and you can use that instead to waste a little bit less. So like I said, with the hands that I'm going to use for the rate of fire, instead of getting that, and if you select the rate of fire, you'll be getting that sort of speed, or even faster than that. But yeah, that's what the rate of fire is for. Okay, so you can use it on any of those you want. Same goes with the shotgun, the pump action shotgun I'm using. It just depends on what you want to use. Now with this, which is the axe, now with this one here, which has got a symbol of a clock. Now the thing with that is for basically allows Lara to basically give her more time to keep swinging it. So if you're attacking someone and you're doing one swing at try and stab someone or stab a deer or whatever, and if you select it, it'll allow Lara to give it a bit more force to swing it even more than just a couple of centimeters around with the hands on it. Okay, and the damage is basically the strength for the axe to go through basically anything. Okay, so basically that's what these are for. All right, so if you use the head, it'll give it pushing power to swing it flicking harder and harder. All right, so this one's just to make us swing it really harder and harder, and the clock bit that's down here and there is just to sharpen up the blade for it to do some more sharp bits of time to allow her to swing it before anybody wants to try and shoot her or whatever. So that's what those two are for. Alright, and also as I've got some animals, I might want to use that on the damage, but that's going to take 2 cloths and 5 animals off. So you can use any of those if you want. It's up to you. And as you can see, that's gone white. Now that means you've got plenty still for what it wants to take off. Alright, so always keep that in mind of what you want to use it for. Alright, so for now, it is just depends on what you want to do with it. Alright, so for now, like with this assault rifle, I might show you it, right, because I'm going to put some more bullets in it. Right, now with the other guns that you use, some of them will not go in just like this colour of these, okay, because they're all roughly different to each other. Okay, so with these ones that's up here that I'm selecting will be selected, okay, and some of the other ones will not be selected because they're different kind of ones. Okay, so now like I said, this assault rifle, this one down here will be going white when you put those in it, the ammo capacity, and that one that will go white. Okay, when you select it, that one will go white and that will go white. Alright, but with the other one, which is this one, you have to put this reload in it as well. Alright, so for now I'm going to put this one in, which is going to take 13 nuts and 4 springs. So now, as I said, this one goes white, and now if I go to the other one, this one will go white, will go grey. Okay, so now if I show you with the ammo capacity, the bullets that's gone in, you will find that the symbol at the top right corner, it's pushed even further along. Okay, so that is what that's for. Alright, so every time when you select those, it will allow you to carry a lot more from the corner, because as you can see, that line looks like it's pointing towards the 7. If you've got your own clock from 1 to 12, then it's close towards like that. Alright, so it's pretty much like that. Okay, so for now, as I said before, that if you select the reload on this one, that will come down, and now that has got this one white, because I've still got plenty of what it can carry. Okay, so now as you can see, that this one is white, but it hasn't gone grey. Okay, that is what I mean. But now as I've selected it on the other one, that this one's gone white and that one has not gone red, gone white, which is the ammo capacity. Okay, so now if I go to the other one, you may notice that as I selected the other one of the reload on the other one, if I go back to it, wherever it's hiding, this one will go grey down here. Alright, so as I selected it, the one that I've got, which is the assault rifle, that's gone white, but it hasn't been selected, and also this one's gone white. Alright, it's weird that this one that I've only just put the ammo capacity, and that's just gone white. Alright, it's never made any bloody sense. So now if you select it, those are gone red because you haven't got enough of whatever you're using. Okay, and also this one's gone white. Alright, So that is the difference between knowing which ones you're selecting. Okay, so now as you can see, this one's still white, that one's red because you haven't put that in it. Alright, that is the only flicking issue with these assault rifles. But it's okay with the shotguns. It just doesn't make any flicking sense. None of it. But if you look at the pistols now, right, with the normal guns, like this one, the heavy pistol one, that one, that all of these will be selected, but this one right here does not. Same goes with this one. Same goes with this one. Same goes with this one. They do not have it in it, right? Whereas this one will be still locked at selected ready for you to use. Now, if you look at this one now, this one's got the 2 red lines on that one and that one. You need to go and select this one for this one to go white. Alright, so they're all roughly the same sort of thing. Alright, so now if I go to something like this sort of gun, it's got cylinders in it, it's going to want the same amount what you're going to pay for, and the same thing, you're going to need the same amount to get these white. Alright, and also this one, it just wants the amount that you're paying for, as well as this little piddly little thing. Alright, so those are the bits and pieces that just might help you understand what they are and how they work. Alright, so for now, what I might do for the time being is possibly go and grab the bows pieces from each one of these, or possibly grab some more coins to grab the other main ones in the shop for that, and possibly leave the rest of it because there's not a massive amount of things to do in these. Alright, so that's probably my main plan, because as I said, this has got 100%, this one's got 100%, that one has, that one has, this one hasn't just yet because you haven't got all the rest of the pieces into it. This one's got 100% on it, this one has, this one has, this one has, that one hasn't. So you're basically looking at 2 of them. But also I might grab some more animal stuff and some nuts as well to unlock some more ammo and bits and pieces in the guns, especially the ones I'm after, which was the assault rifle and some of the other ones. Okay, but at the minute, mainly what I'm going to do is just try and get you to get the bows and possibly some little bits and pieces, not all of it, Okay. Like the documents and the survival caches, basically. Okay. So I'm going to try not to worry about the survival caches and the documents that much. Okay. So probably that's what my plan's going to be. Okay. So that is probably my main plan on it. But like I say, a couple of bits and pieces around here for you to grab hold of, and a couple of other bits and pieces here. But also what I'll do while I'm here, you just grab this one right here, which is a star,
More Soviet propaganda.
which should boost your R up. That'll help you get that into it. And also while I'm here, get the survival cache, because I need some nuts or some animal thing. So yeah, that's what this is for. It's just to help you pick up some bits that you need personally, if you're desperately after it. Alright. I thought Laura was going to grab that one. Right, stick that over there. As I said, with the bows, if you aim at the specific ones, you might drop the other arrow that's been poked into the wood. Okay. So we're almost at the end. Right. So, for now, that's where we're going to leave it for today. And I shall catch you on the next one before we get to the very end of the game. Take care.